Hi YouTube, thanks for watching Readout Labs. So today we're going to be showing a little bit about our new home lab server. So I picked this up used from a guy nearby, well sort of nearby, it's a bit of a drive, Cortez, Colorado.
Yeah, 1 hour. It took an hour and 20 minutes just to pick up this server.
And it took even longer than that to eat at Denny's after we got done picking up the server, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
But it was really yummy.
Yeah.
So the
Good.
server that we got, let's switch cameras here. So this is it.
Wow.
So it's a Supermicro chassis.
Yeah, and we added new and we
Power
took out
supply.
and we changed the RAM, as you can tell.
Well, they don't know what RAM was in it, but it's a Supermicro 350 watt power supply. We got some fans up here, the little ones. It's a 1U, but as you can see, it's a shorter, less deep than a full-on 1U chassis.
Yeah.
We went ahead and put all 4 sticks of RAM in there. They're 8 gigs per stick. The guy had a 120 gig SATA SSD there,
Yeah.
Intel, so I think that'll probably do us for now, just because the power cord arrangement, it's a little bit sparse on SATA power supplies here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to get some sort of adapter if I want to power another drive or two.
Yeah, and just look at that. See that DVD player?
That's right.
That's a good one.
So the guy says this is a 3rd generation i5 processor, and it's, mini ITX or probably thin mini ITX motherboard form factor. Kind of interesting here. We got the USB headers, and it's got a little USB port.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
can see it under the cable there. That might be cool to put a little flash drive
Yeah.
boot from it or something someday, but it also has USB ports, back here.
What you can't see.
The reason that I wanted to get this one,
It's
well, other than the price, which was a good price, I thought.
Yeah, it's because we wanted to use our Minecraft server, which
Where are you going, George?
we wanted. It's just that we wanted to use our Minecraft server on
Yeah.
this.
Right. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be an ESXi
Yep.
host with a few virtual machines for PFSense
Yeah.
firewall, hopefully,
Yeah.
if we can get that running. It does have dual NICs, so
Yeah.
I'll kind of turn that a little so you can see the back part.
Wow. Yeah.
And well, it looks like one of them might be an ILO. Okay, Niles, you can watch Peppa. Hold on, let me fix my one for a boy who wants to watch Peppa. Here you go.
That's his favorite show.
It sure is.
Yeah.
So this fan, I guess it's not fastened on there with screws. It's just a gravity fitting thing. So I
Yeah.
turned it upside down. That came
Yeah,
up.
but you probably could have hold him in butterscotch lunch at high. So it's a nice video.
Yeah.
It's a nice video.
It sure is. Yeah, I was just kind of checking out this motherboard to see what else we've got.
Yeah, and a few days after we made after we made it, it got 3 views. Literally. Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And I'll put the IP to our Minecraft server in the description.
Yep. Yeah, we'll work on that and we'll get that up there.
Yep.
So, cut to the next segment of the video now. Hello again, welcome to part 2 of the video. Now we had some technical issues. The RAM that I wanted to use was not compatible. I had 4 8 gig sticks of some server memory that's DDR3 ECC, but I believe these ones are registered RAM, and the motherboard did not accept those. I don't know, it's not focusing on it, but anyway, you have to take my word for it. These 4 sticks did not work, so I had to stick with the dual. Niles, please go to bed, son. It's time to go to bed. I had to stick with the dual 2 gig RAM sticks that are ECC but not registered. So I only got 4 gigs of RAM in there. I'm gonna have to get some more of those and bump that up because, well, technically, you see on the window here, I was able to install ESXi, and luckily it's version 7.0. Due to the processor, it just 4 gigs is not really going to be enough for what we want to put on it. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here to the VMware ESXi console, which is pretty cool. I don't want to join the customer experience improvement program. Anyway, So yeah, you see kind of the info on here when you first log in. It's the host, 4 core, 4 gigs of RAM, little 1 terabyte laptop drive that's in there, SATA, just because I couldn't put an SSD and the SATA drive because I don't have the power adapter for the power supply ends that are on there. Our data store, it looks like it's only 800 gigs, so that's a little small. It may have left the partition alone and just created a new one. It's kind of temporary. I'm gonna get all that sorted, the RAM and the storage, before I really start creating a whole lot of virtual machines and stuff. But I just figured I'd show you the console a little bit. The manage, it's kind of cool. You can kind of see some of these advanced settings. Now, I'm not an ESXi expert by any means, but I've played around with it a little bit. Some of it kind of depends on your host, what options that you see on here, because some of the HP servers that I've used it on there's a little bit more that's available as far as options. At least you can monitor things like your CPU and memory. I believe it starts monitoring it when you turn it on, so you can open up the console and run like your benchmarks and stuff, see how that affects your consumed memory. Like right now, just idling with no VMs, it's using 1 gig, so it's easy to see. I couldn't even probably throw a Ubuntu VM without the GUI in there and get away with the rest of the RAM that's in here, let alone a Minecraft server with a few people on there, or the wireless access point management software, or some databases or anything else that I want to put on there, or the firewall, the pfSense firewall. So I'll definitely have to upgrade the RAM. I'm a little disappointed that the sticks that I was going to be able to use won't be able to be used in this system, but it is what it is. Servers are pretty picky. So this is where you go to create a virtual machine. I'm not going to create any right now. I'm just going to power this off after the video and wait to fully configure it until I'm ready to do so. So it has 3 network adapters. Only 2 of them were showing up in the ESXi setup, and it wasn't really liking the first one or the second one that I tried, but the third one was the charm. So that's good. Let's see what this one is saying in the physical NICs down here. Yeah, I'm only showing 2. So what I might do, because I've got a 4-port PCI Express X16 gigabit NIC that I'm using in the pfSense machine right now, which is an old HP/Compaq, running on a Core 2 Duo, but it's got 6 gigs of DDR2, and it makes a really nice firewall, but the processor, the memory, the motherboard, it's just so old that it wouldn't actually support any recent versions of ESXi, so that was a bit of a deal breaker as far as running some VMs on that as well. Of course, I considered just buying some new parts. I kind of wanted something that was low profile, like the 1U, because it goes up on a plastic shelf with some other things, UPS and my switch and the router. I mean, not the router, the modem is on the shelf, and our printers and stuff. So, just wanted it to not take up too much space, and you have to spend quite a bit to get a chassis or a case that's small, like Mini ITX. And yeah, way more than the $30 I spent on this one. Although I'll have to spend more to upgrade it, is what it is. But the way things are these days with motherboards running, $100 plus, and then, low end like an i3 desktop processor is running $150. That's what I paid for the Ryzen 5 3600 that's in our workstation gaming machine desktop last year, and now that same chip is over $200. But anyway, yeah, so this is the VMware ESXi GUI. It's on the browser, pretty slick. I like it a lot, and I'll be interested to kind of experiment some more with it once I get the machine upgraded and do some more. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.